Hi everyone, Jonathan here with Greenline Service in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Springtime is right around the corner, and that means we'll be pulling out our machines, getting ready for spring cleanups and first mowings of the season. That being said, a lot of our machines have sat for a long time during this winter, and there's a few things that we need to check over to make sure that your mower is ready to go for springtime work. I'm going to go ahead and grab the camera here, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that we need to check over in these machines to make sure it's ready to go. Alrighty, so here we've got one of our more popular machines. This is a John Deere X350 mower with a 42-inch deck. And this applies to pretty much all lawn mowers, whether it's a regular rider or it's a zero turn. There's a few things that we're going to need to look over here before you pull this thing out of your shed or your garage for the first time during the season. Number one is going to be the battery. Sometimes you disconnect the battery over the winter time, so go ahead and make sure that your negative and your positive terminals are clean and connected. Also, wouldn't hurt to put a charger on this battery overnight to make sure it's fully charged before you start the machine up. Second, we're going to check our oil. Now, this is a Kawasaki engine in this John Deere, and the way that the oil gets checked is you actually do not screw the dipstick all the way back into the dipstick tube. So you pull it out, you wipe it clean, and then you just rest the dipstick on top of the threads and pull it back out again. And the oil level should be full just like that. Next thing we'll check is our air filter. A lot of times, mice like to make homes inside the engine shrouds. And a way you can tell that is if you look around like where the spark plugs are right here, you can see debris or bedding that they have found in your shed or garage tucked up underneath the shroud right here. They also like to chew the foam if your mower has foam or the paper up out of the air filter and use that for bedding as well. Mice can be extremely destructive, and that is one thing you want to check for before you start your machine to see if you have any little friends that have made a home in your machine. But we'll check your air filter, we'll check your oil, check your battery. Next thing we'll do too is back on some machines, they actually have a transmission reservoir back here in the transmission. If you do have one of these back here, go ahead and check your hydraulic fluid. Make sure the transmission is topped off and ready to go. After you've checked under the hood, it's very important to check the condition of your fuel. Fuel only lasts about 30 to 60 days if it's not treated with the ethanol that's put into the fuel nowadays. So smell your fuel, make sure it's fresh, and if you've drained your machine, now it's time to put fresh fuel in there. It's important to check the condition of the belts on the machine before you start mowing. Most machines have got either 2 or 3 belts on them. One of them runs from blade to blade on the mower deck, similar to this belt right here. Some machines have got a secondary belt that runs from the PTO clutch right here to the back of the mower deck. Now this machine has only got one, it's just a very long belt on there, but some machines have 2, one on the mower deck and then one from the engine to the mower deck. The third belt, which is very difficult to see, but that belt is for running the transmission. So that one is tucked up underneath the frame, way up in there. You can actually see it pretty easily from the back here. It's the belt that rides on that pulley on the transmission, and you can see it going right there into the frame as there as well. So go ahead and inspect those belts for any cracks, tears, debris that has caused damage to the belt. Last thing you want to do is get out mowing for the first time in the spring and you throw a belt off the machine. After you've inspected the belts on the mower deck and the rest of the machine, it's also very important to inspect your blades. Here we can see one of the blades onto the mower deck. It's very easy to see from the discharge chute. This machine has got a mulch cover with a door on it, but you want to check the blades, especially that back edge right there. If you notice that edge is getting thin, or the cutting edge right here is starting to go away after many sharpenings, it might be important to replace your blades. Come into our dealership and we can help you out with finding the right blades for your machine if you need new ones for the spring. Alrighty, now that we've given the machine a good inspection, it's time to go ahead and fire it up and pull it out. Now that you've fired it up and pulled it out, go ahead and let it warm up for a little bit, and now is a great time to think about if you've performed your annual service for the year. If you've done it over the winter time, great, good to go, enjoy your mowing. If not, we have 2 easy solutions here to be able to perform the annual service on your machine. The first one is we actually sell a home maintenance kit that has all the necessary parts in it to service under the hood and get the machine tip-top ready for spring. If you don't want to do it yourself, we also offer a 14-point inspection through our service department Well, we'll either come to your house or we'll perform the work here at our shop if you bring the machine to us. We'll service everything under the hood, sharpen the blades, grease the machine, make sure everything is tip-top and ready for your spring chores. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. My contact information or our dealership is down below, or visit us on our website, greenlineva.com. Thank you so much for watching. Tune into the next video.